see. It's a room really packed of the men and women really went to the DRC, the peacekeeping mission, to make sure that they tackle that particular challenge in the eastern parts of Congo. It's been a massive problem for the longest time. You do have MONUSCO from the UN, so they were part of SAMIDRC, where the SADC leaders decided to deploy the mission. But finally, they're back here in South Africa after quite a very long journey, traversing from Goma, Sake, going via Rwanda, and eventually getting into Tanzania. And it's a culmination moment. And joining us now is Minister Motshekga. So, Minister, we know that it's been quite a very long process to reach this particular moment. Tell us about the significance as we're right here at the Air Force Base.
No, I'm very relieved because, as you correctly say, it's been a long process. And to see the first cohort arriving, it gives me great hope that now all the next 9 platoons or groups that are coming, it's going to happen. We had said we'll be able to be done by May, which couldn't happen. Now to see the first group arriving and having a commitment that by end of June we would have finished, for me it's a big relief. Relief for us as the department, relief for their families, but also for themselves to arrive home.
Certainly, Minister, and you know that this has been preceded by a number of challenges. You were in Bloom, we're expecting them to be there, and then suddenly the change of plan. And I would imagine that it's so gratifying that finally they've touched the home soil, so to speak, and they'll be demobilized and also going to their units as well.
You should have seen them when they got off the plane. They kissed the home soil. And that for me was so emotional, even not only for them, but for us. As you correctly say, I've been in Bloemfontein the whole morning. I flew with the first flight. We're expecting them to arrive at 12, only to arrive there and be told that the contracting company that SADC had contracted has decided to bring a bigger plane, which could not land in Bramfisher. We tried to run around the whole day to see if we can get the staircases, and it was quite clear that we're not getting them, and they were already on board. So we said the plane must leave, they must come here at Waterkloof because they could land here. We have the proper staircases, and we'll take things from there. So it's been a long, long day.
And obviously, Minister, we know South Africa's commitment. The foreign policy is very clear in terms of the missions. MONUSCO is still there, and South Africa is still part of MONUSCO, showing that commitment for long-lasting peace, for continental free trade area to be rolled out and really having that really long-standing peace as well.
No, it is actually. We will still continue as South Africa to commit ourselves to silencing the gun and really working hard to get our continent stable. There are lots of developments in West Africa around. Really, the narrative about Africa is a beggar without dignity. So all of us in different ways, whether they be progressive coups, and there's no coup that is permissible, but I call them progressive coups, support also from troop contributing countries like ourselves, Tanzania and Malawi, but also East Africa, and now Africa as a continent coming together to say we need stability as a continent, we need progress, we need development, and we have to silence the guns and do whatever it takes together as a continent to stabilize our continent.
All right, Minister, thank you so much indeed for your time. Of course, quite a very incredibly awesome moment, so to speak. As you can see, really, these are the troops who were part of the SAMIDRC. As you can see, there's a sense of relief, and they're really excited. And obviously, we know that they'll be undertaking that all-important moment where there'll be psychosocial supports and also the demobilization as well. And eventually, they will have an opportunity to go back to their respective units. Khalihle Khumalo, SABC News, Pretoria.